This
Go
conference will now be recorded.
so go into the loops. Okay. So today we will talk about if, else, if, and nested if. Okay. So first we will complete all the explanations. Then we will be looking at some examples. Okay. Right. So whenever I'm talking about if, else, if. Okay. So what was the problem with if, else? If, else can only deal with what? If, else can only work with binary outputs. Okay, so if else can only work with binary outputs. Okay, so if else can only work with binary output. So when I'm saying if else can work with only binary output means what I'm talking about. So even or odd, yes or no, that kind of results can work. Now, example as I told you yesterday, where it will fail. So it will fail in checking whether the number is okay. So what is the expected output? So here checking whether the number is going to be okay. So for example, so what is the example here? So this example. So in this example, what will happen? In this example, you see that when x1 and y1 are same, it is a third result basically. So it is a third result. So what is the third result that I should get? So x1 comma y1 are same. So who will fail in this? If else will fail. So what I need to do now? So I need to go for the next logic, which is if else if. Okay. So the alternative, or I should say, the if else if. So if else if structure, the if else if structure can deal with the problems. So can deal with the problems such as above, such as above. Okay, so such as above. So can deal with the problems such as above. So how it will deal, we will try and understand now. So we will go for the if else. So in if else if, what happens is in this we have a condition. We have a condition. If the condition is false, if the condition is true, if the condition is true, what happens? If the condition is true, the true statement gets executed. The true statement gets executed. The true statement gets executed. If the condition is false, if the condition is false, the next condition will be checked. The next condition will be checked. So the next condition will be checked. So in this we have a condition initially. If that condition is true, the true statement gets executed. If that condition is false, the next condition will be checked. Okay, so if it is true, the corresponding, if it is true, the corresponding true statement will get executed. The corresponding true statement will get executed. The corresponding true statement gets executed. The corresponding true statement gets executed. So when I'm trying to say if else if, so in this we have a condition. If the condition is true, the true statement gets executed. If the condition is false, the next condition will check. If it is true, the corresponding true statement gets executed, and it goes on like this. And the execution, the execution goes on. The execution goes on like this. If all the conditions are false, if all the conditions are false, the final, the final else, which is else block, the final else block will get executed with the false statements, with the false statements. Okay, so if it is uh, false, or if it is, if anyone is true, corresponding true statement will get executed. If all of them are false, if all of them are false, the else statement will get executed. Okay, so now let us write with the help of a table. Okay, so first we will go for the table here. Okay, so the table will contain syntax, flowchart, and the exam. So flowchart, syntax, and the exam. Okay, so here we will try to put it as 20. Right. So now here I will write the syntax. The syntax would be if. Okay, so let me put all of them. So we'll make it 20. Okay, so here if, so as I told you, first you will have a condition. Okay, so first you will have a condition. So if that condition is true, if that condition is true, so what will happen? True statement. So true statement one. Okay, so I'll say true statement one. Okay, so then you will have else if. So else if. So you will have condition two basically. Okay, so this is like say condition one, and this is condition two, and here you will have true statement two. So true statement two, and then here you have this. So like this, so you can have else if again. So else if, so you will say condition three. Okay, so condition 3, and here you will have true statement 3. So true statement, so true statement 3. So what we will be doing, so we will be having things like this. Okay, so we will be having things like this, and finally we will have something like else. Okay, so else. So what this else will have, this else will contain false statement. So false statement. So what does a false statement tell you? False statement will tell you that if everything is false, okay, so if everything is false, I will be, so if everything is false, I will be executing this false statement. So what exactly the flow is like? So let's understand. So let's start from here. So here the condition one will be checked. So if the condition one is true, if the condition one is true, so I will go for true statement one. Okay, so true statement one. If the condition is false, I will go and check the next condition. If so, it will be end of the story. So if the condition two is true, so if the condition two is true, so I will go with, so I'll go with the true statement two again. So and it will be the end of the story. And if it is false again, it will check for one more condition, condition 3. So if the condition 1 is, I mean condition 3 is true, so it will execute one more true statement, and it goes on like this. Okay, so once all the conditions are false, so there will be a else block. Okay, so there will be else block which will give you, okay, so which will give you the false statement. So to make it clear, so I can draw it here. So condition one is checked here. If condition one is true, okay, so if condition one is true, the corresponding true statements will get executed, and after true statement getting executed, so it will be the exit of the if. So it will be the exit of the if, and if it is false, if it is false, then again you have a condition to check. Condition 2, if that condition is true, so you will have the true statement 2 over here, and it will be the end. So if it is false over here, again you will have one more condition. If this condition is true, so you will have the execution. If this condition is false, so you can again one more condition you can check. So like this, it goes on, and finally, if everything is false, a false statement will get executed. So this is the original way to have it. Okay, so that's how we do that. Okay. Now going back to the previous example. So if you go back to the previous example here, if you are saying x1, x2, x1 greater than y1 else, so you can say if okay, so if x1 less than y1, okay, if x1 less than y1, okay, so if x1 less than y1, then you can have else. Then you can have else. So in that else, what we can have, we can have system dot out dot println system dot out dot println x1 comma y1 are same. X1 comma y1 are same. So what you are talking about here? So you are talking about the values here. So once you are getting it, so run Java if you say. So what you are looking at here, so you are looking at x1 and y1 are same. Okay, x1 and y1 are same. So when you are giving, so what is the output that you will get? So you will get x1 and y1 are same. Okay, so x1 comma y1 are same. So why you are getting this? So you are getting this because so you are looking at both of the equal values. Okay, both of the equal values. So that is what is if else if while. Okay, so if else if. Okay, so if else if means, so you are going to have multiple conditions. So you are going to have multiple conditions. Okay, so that will be checked over here, and if one of the, so if this condition is false, it will go here. If this is also false, it will go here. Okay, so like this, how many rounds we can make? Okay, let's have one more example. Check check the number of digits. Okay, so check the number of digits of a number. Okay, so check the number of digits of a number. Let's say number is something like 35. So I should say two digit number. So what should be the answer here? So the answer should be two digit number. Then if somebody is asking you the number is something like 347, so I should get it as three digit number. Okay, so now for example, if somebody is saying the number is something like 3 only. Okay, so if it is only 3, I should say one digit number. Okay, so one digit number. If at all, if it is more than 5 or 5 or more than 5, I should get something like greater than or equal to 5 digit number. So how we are going to check this out? Okay, so you are going to check this out by writing the code. Now what is a single digit number? Okay, so check the number of digits. Check the number of digits in a number. Okay, or else I'll say check the count of digits in a number. Okay, let's say this number is something like n is equal to, okay, so n is equal. Later we will fill that n value. If Now, when a number is called a single digit number, if that number is greater than or equal to -9 and number is less than or equal to +9. Okay, so that is where you call a number as a single digit number, So same thing over here. So if you are saying a number is greater than 99 and less than 99, you call it as a two-digit number. Okay, so I should say this is going to be one-digit number. So one-digit number, and here it should be a two-digit number. So it should be a two-digit number. And now, if you are going for a condition, so the condition should be n greater than or equal to 999, so means minus 999, and n less than or equal to plus 999. So here which number? Here it should be a three-digit number. So here it should be a three-digit number. Okay. So three-digit number. So here, like this, we can have a four-digit number also. Okay. So how a four-digit number can be explained? So four-digit number can be explained 99 and here 99. Okay, so if the number is between this, so you can call it as four-digit number. Okay, so if the number is single digit number, it will lie here in this area. If it is a two-digit number, it will lie in this area. If it is a three-digit number, it will lie in this area. If it is a four-digit number, it will lie in this area. If it is other than four-digit number, so we will write here in the else block. We will write greater than or equal to five digits. So when I can use this basically. So when I can use this else. So if you are not sure that it will fall into any one of the category, you can go for the else block. You can go for the else block. So that is how you need to look at it. So n is equal to 3 if I say. So n is equal to 3 if I say. So what you're getting here? So you are getting one digit number. Okay, so what you're getting? You are getting a one digit number. Okay, so one digit number. So if you are saying, okay, so let me have these things. So if you are saying something like 347, so if you are saying something like 347, so it is going to give you three digit number. So if you are giving any big number 3479 something, it is going to give you a four digit number. If you are giving anything other than four digit number, then you can get a greater than or equal to five digit number. So in this way, you are looking at the value, I mean the if else. So when we need to use the if else here, so we need to use the if else. So we need to use the if else when you are dealing with if else if rather. So when you are dealing with multiple options, okay. When you are dealing with multiple options, you can go for this. So this is the way that we go for the if else if, multiple options. So if a number, for example, if you see, okay, so let me execute this. So 35. So 35. So n greater than or equal to -9 and n less than or equal to +9. So now 35 greater than or equal to -9. So this is true. And 35 less than or equal to +9, this is false. Okay, so now it will have to come to next category. So what is the next category? So 35 greater than or equal to -99 and 35 less than or equal to +99. So it will come into, so this is also true and this is also true. If both are true, so I will get a two-digit number. Okay, so I get a two-digit number. So in this way, you are going to get 35. So if that number is single digit, the story will be over here. Okay, so into 99 you will not get a one digit number. Now for example you take 3. So 3 greater than or equal to minus 9 and 3 less than or equal to plus 9. So 3 is greater than or equal to 9, true. 3 less than or equal to 9 is also true. So if both are true, so the story is over here. So it won't come into this case. Okay. So in that way you look at the flow. You look at the flow. So right. So this is if else. So as I told you, we will finish off if else logics. So in the next thing, we will talk about the nested if. So nested if. So what is nested if basically? So nested if is nothing but it is a it is nothing but so it is nothing but a if structure inside another if structure. An if structure inside another if structure. So it is nothing but a if structure. It is nothing but what? An if structure inside another if structure. Okay, so even we can put if structures under else if and also under else. So we can also put it under else if and also under the else. Okay, so we can put it in that way. So this does not require any syntax or any structure, I mean any flowchart, because it is nothing but nesting. Okay, so it is nothing but nesting. So directly we will jump into an example. So the example is find the largest of three unique numbers. So find the largest of three unique numbers. So we are going to find the largest of three unique numbers. Okay, so unique numbers. So how we are going to write that? Okay, so we are going to take unique numbers. So we will take n1. So we will take n1 is equal to 3. We will take int n2 is equal to 2, and we will take int n2 is equal to 2, and we'll take n3 is equal to 1. Okay, so how I'm going to write this? Let's check this. Okay, now first, what is that we are going to do now? So we are going to check whether, okay, so check the largest of largest of three numbers. Check the largest of three numbers. Okay, so checking the largest of three numbers. So if n1 greater than n2 and n1 greater than n3. Okay, so n1 greater than n2 and n1 greater than n1 greater than n3. Sorry. Okay, n1 greater than n2 and n1 greater than n3. So if you have this, so if n1 is greater than n2 and n1 is greater than n3, so obviously you'll say n1 is big. Okay, but here I will not have this. What I'll do is I will put in the nested. Okay, here what I'll say, if n1 greater than n3, if n1 greater than n3, so if n1 is greater than n3, so what I will say here, I will say system dot out dot println n1 is bigger. So n1 is big. Okay, so n1 is big. So what we are trying to say here, we are trying to say n1 is big. So if n1 is greater than n3, we are saying system out of println n1 is big. Okay, right. Now, if not, so this is nesting basically. So else, so what I will say, n1 is okay. So what is n1 here? N1 is big. If this is false, so this is true. This is true. That is why we are inside. Okay, so this is true, we are inside. If at all this is false, we will say N3 is big. We'll say NC is big. N3 is big rather. Okay, right. So that's how we went for this. Else, else, if now what I will say now if this is wrong, if this is wrong, we can check N1, sorry, N2 greater than N3. So we can check N2 greater than N3. Okay, N2 greater than N3. If this is false, so obviously N2 is bigger than N1. So we need to check is N2 bigger than N3. So is N2 bigger than N3. So we need to check that. So what we are doing here, so we are saying system.out.println N2 is big. Okay. So N2 is big. N2 is big. And if this is also false, this is also false, what we have to do here, we have to say N3 is big. N3 is big. So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to check N1 greater than N2. If this is correct, I have to check this. If this is correct, I will print N1 is big. Okay, if this is wrong, okay, so if this is wrong, I have to go for this one. If this is right, this one will be executed. If this is also wrong, this one will get executed. Okay, if this is right and this is wrong, this one will get executed. So in that way, you are looking at the things. Okay, so you are looking at the things. So that's how we are working with. So we are working with. One second. So that's how you are working with the nested if. Okay, so nested if means an if structure inside another if structure, an if structure inside another if structure. So if this is false, it will go here. If this is true, it will go here. Okay, so if this is true, it will go here. Okay, so if this is true and this is false, it will check here. So you can go with the flow. You can go with the flow and understand. So this is these are the examples of the if else if. So tomorrow we will be doing at least some 8 to 10 programs on if else ifs only. Okay, so we will do after every topic we will be doing some set of programs, and I will be giving you some homeworks also. Okay, so that homeworks you need to solve. Okay, so that's it for today. Hopefully you understood the session. So if any doubts, any questions are there, you can ask me right now. So tomorrow we will be solving some questions on this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.